Welcome back, students, to your English literature novel, class 7th. The story which we were studying from novel was The Tempest. The first part of the story you have seen. Now, in this session, we'll be seeing the second part of the story. Now, before going into the clips, let me give you a short recap of what we saw in the first session of the story. We saw that how Prospero and the daughter Miranda came to this island, and by Prospero's magical powers and by ordering Ariel, his assistant spirit, Prospero raised a storm in the sea. And he also ordered Ariel to bring the people who were on the ship to the island alive. Miranda, watching all this, asked her father and insisted to give her the reason to raise the storm in the water. Prospero told the daughter Miranda about their past, how they came to the island, who were they previously, and who were the people responsible for them being on this island. So now let's see the second part of the story.
The morning sun, the island with no name, is a beautiful, sweet-smelling, music-filled place. But the miserable survivors of the shipwreck don't notice that as they crawl onto the beach. Ariel has done his job well, landing them all very deliberately on different parts of the island. Prospero slips on his invisibility mode, yes, really, and joins Ariel in a morning inspection of his catch. First up, the courtiers. They've only been on dry land 5 minutes and already they're bickering about who's in charge. Top of the heap, King Alonso of Naples. He's the villain who lent his army to Antonio so he could steal Prospero's kingdom. Does he regret it? Not a bit. So why is he looking miserable? Because his only son Ferdinand, a bit of a wimp it has to be said, seems to be dead, drowned in the shipwreck. Just behind King Alonso is his brother Sebastian. Now, he's miserable because he's always wanted to be King of Naples. Next to Sebastian is his mate Antonio. And we know about Antonio, don't we? Prospero's brother, the one who stole his dukedom. A cooler, nastier, more ruthless man in tights could not be imagined. Just behind him, there's old white-haired Gonzalo. He's nice enough. Remember, he gave Prospero his books all those years ago. But really, he does love the sound of his own voice. Prospero inspects them carefully, coldly. Who else did we catch? Take a look, says Ariel, and off they go to another beach. There on the sand, snoring, is an ugly young man in a jester's outfit. That's Trinculo, says Ariel. And what's that? Asks Prospero, pointing to another snoring figure wrapped around a beer barrel which goes floating past on the tide. That's his mate Stefano, says Ariel. Never heard of them, says Prospero. They'll have to look after themselves. Where's Ferdinand? This way, says Ariel, and they whiz themselves to the far side of the island. There, sitting under a tree, snuffling, is the young Prince of Naples, Ferdinand.
I really can't stand snuffling. What's wrong with him?
He thinks his father's dead. Fully 5 fathoms under the sea.
I didn't notice much snuffling when they sent me off on a boat all those years ago.
I don't think you can blame Ferdinand. He was only 3 at the time.
I blame who I like. Now, you get down there and put him through the ringer a bit.
The ringer?
That's right. I want to see him really cry.
I thought you were a good wizard.
Wizard is as wizard does. Now, do your stuff. Then, take him up to the cave. I have a little plan to work on.
The morning sun, the...
Okay, students, let's see the second clip now.
Ah, island with no name. Prospero up on his mountain top, magicking his socks off. Ariel scooting round casting spells. Caliban and his two new friends plotting revolution. The courtiers wandering lost in the jungle, not knowing they've got a couple of murderers in their midst. And Ferdinand. Dear, sweet Ferdinand. Remember Ariel led him up to the cave? Well, there he met beautiful Miranda. And what was the first thing he did? He fell in love. Poor thing. First sight. Bowled over. Quivering wreck. Legs of jelly. And Miranda? She fell in love with him too. Same symptoms, though maybe not the jelly, which isn't very ladylike. Perhaps it's because Ferdinand is quite a handsome young lad. Perhaps it's because she's never seen a man in her life before. Apart from her dad, of course. Probably it's because Prospero sprinkled love powder over the two of them. You see, Prospero, like all magicians, just can't help meddling. He wants the two of them to get together. All part of his cunning plan. But not too quickly, mind. First of all, he wants Ferdinand to pass a few tests. So, he binds up Ferdinand in chains and gives him Caliban's job of chopping wood. As it happens, Ferdinand loves chopping wood. Especially with Miranda sitting on a rock watching him being all manly.
This wood's very nice.
I know.
Very, choppable.
Chopping it wonderfully, fantastically.
Do you think so?
The best I've ever seen.
Really? You're not just saying that?
Gosh, no. I mean, just look at that bit. It's amazing.
It is rather good, isn't it?
It's beautiful.
Not as beautiful as you.
Gosh.
You're so beautiful. I could sing a song about you.
Wow.
I mean, a bit of wood's just a bit of wood, isn't it? Even a good bit's never going to amount to much more in life than being a chair or a table. Or a cricket bat, maybe. On a good day. But wood never makes me want to sing. Whereas you...
Yes?
You make me want to sing, Miranda.
Well, go on then. This rock's beginning to hurt my bottom.
I hope, students, the second part of the story is much clearer to you as the first part. Now, in the next session, we'll be taking up the third and the last part of the story. Thank you. Have a nice day.